Greetings. Here we are with another Friday Night Live, April 5th, 2024. And it's been an interesting day. Hopefully, this is the last of the cold weather. Tomorrow it's supposed to warm up. But here we are. Shuba, how you doing? Long time no see. Yeah, we've actually had some snow last night, April. Nothing really stayed on the ground, it all melted, but the temperature's been like plus 2, 3 today or something Celsius. So anything above zero, it's gonna melt. But this morning we woke up with snow on the ground. This is interesting. Hello, Mako. Yeah, we are in interesting times, that's for sure. Um, Lots going on around the planet. And we can only pray for accountability. That's all. Hold all these treasonous psychopaths accountable. That's all we can ask for because the world has gone cuckoo, right? So, what's everybody up to? It's a new day, a new place, a new world, a new race. If there's anybody out there, it's a great time to ask questions because that's why we're here. We got some more stuff happening. Incredible. Just incredible the stuff that's going on. Lindsay, hello. How you doing? Everything okay? You're coming to a close to Ramadan. What is next Wednesday, I believe? Tuesday, Wednesday, it's over. For all the Muslims who celebrate. Great time. Diane, how you doing? The whole gang's all here. Oh, wow. It's a beautiful, crazy world we're living in. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow never comes because tomorrow is always today. Lindsay, I'm good. Just here in little country town of Tenterfield, Australia. Never heard of that place. Tenterfield. Wow. That's an interesting place. Sounds like very interesting. Very interesting. Australia. They call the place Down Under. Um, is it down under or are we under? Or is it flat? Or is it an egg shape? Or is it whatever? Who knows? Um, Interesting that people are put so much energy into it, but we know everything's a lie that we've been taught. That's one thing's for sure. So it's uh, it's crazy. It's 3 hours west of Byron Bay. Oh, okay. Nobody has no idea what sphere we're in. Yes, so much energy is being put, but we do know that the truth will always prevail. You know, question everything. It's all just question everything. There's new science about all the supplement industry, how corrupt it is. There's no such thing as natural supplements. They're all man-made. This is, in the realm of MFS, what do we say? God's herbs. We use God's herbs to assist us. The highly elevated, wonderful beings. They just are here to serve. And that's their purpose, for us to use in times of need. The man-made fiction world, it's only going to bring us down the road of imbalance, confusion, spiraling upwards instead of spiraling inwards. These are not solutions. They're treatments to may give us some extra time till we decide that we really want to go to the root and seed causes, which is what we do when we're master fasting. We were going all out, allowing, the soul to work in autopilot. We're putting all our trust, all our faith, and we watch things unfold beautifully. The fasting sphere, yeah, that's the one we love. The fasting sphere. So vitamins, minerals, viruses, pharmaceuticals, medicines, natural medicines. What's a natural medicine? Natural medicine. Medicine is something we take, believing it's going to fix whatever problem we have, generally. Now there's the so-called natural world of it. Then there's the synthetic man-made world of it. But, what do? We don't treat, right? I'm a bit slack on the dry fasting. We'll dry fast tomorrow. Yeah, we all have our ups and downs, cycles, and so on and so forth. Just embrace it, jump for joy, and move on. Helps me stay on track when I listen to you. Awesome. Awesome, Lindsay. You were the one with the headaches, I believe, right? That was for many years. Yeah, it's not fun being in pain, misery, and suffering, and it's not fun for a lot of us to live in a different. Yeah, I've suffered 10 years. Wow. Yeah, to live in a whole different um, state, I guess you could put it, than everybody else. And, whatever we do in society is, most of it's not in line with what we, you know, what we want to be doing is, down the journey of balance. It's not a destination, it's a journey. And it's tough for many people. It's tough for all of us. And, it's all choices. We want to live high obstructive? Do we want to live medium obstructive? Do we want to live low obstructive? Or do we want to live an absolute minimal obstructive lifestyle? You know, because you can't get away from obstructions. It's impossibility in this realm. We're accumulating in all different levels, physically, mentally, emotionally. We're continuously accumulating. So we need to learn how to be able to um, counteract and purge on an ongoing basis everything that we accumulate, right? Lindsay, I had some bread the other day and then woke up next day with puffy under eyes. Oh yeah, grains. Yeah, no, who doesn't like the taste of grains? You know, go and buy a bakery, that smell. Highly addictive, highly addictive, man. That's why people have challenges giving it up. You know, just look at, you know, junkies with the drugs, same thing. They're all addictive. Anything that's addictive is hard to give up, right, for people. But food is way more addictive than drugs. People can't give up food. They can give up drugs, but they can't give up food. You know, there's some nasty, nasty, real nasty drugs out there. You got the fentanyl stuff that's slaughtering people like no tomorrow. It's way more powerful than anything, heroin or anything. You know, you just need a grain of it to do people in. I think I shared it was. I read somewhere somebody told me that uh, two people died trying to revive somebody who was OD'd on fentanyl just from doing mouth to mouth. Like, wow. It's just like, wow. Johnny, hi Luigi, you're doing good. Yeah. Growing well. That's all we can do, my friend. That's all we can do. One day at a time. Enjoy each day. You know, we don't know if we're going to be here within the next minute, hour, day, you know, week, month, year. We don't know. Enjoy each day. The psychopaths out there are planning to destroy the world, but information that I have is they're not going to be allowed to destroy the planet. So that's what we pray for. We pray that these psychopaths get put away and held accountable. That's all we can pray, because I don't know who wants to see this planet destroyed. Only a psychopath would want to do that, right? He'd want to destroy the planet because we're living on this planet, and so are they. And for somebody to want to destroy the planet that they're living on, it just shows what level of insanity lives within their mind, right? It's just like, wow. I was feeling flat, so thought I'd have some bread. Yeah, some toast. Yeah, well, this happens. Toast it. If you're ever gonna do that, toast it really well. Like I basically burn it, so it's um, less less reactive. It's still gonna feel like it, less. Best is, of course, we stay away from it. When was the last time I had bread? Slice of bread. When do we have it? It was last year sometime. Sourdough, rye sourdough, just pure rye sourdough. Small little package. Toast the hell out of it until it's almost black. Very heavy though. Very heavy to processed breads. But growing up in an Italian family, bread, pasta, vegetables, tons of vegetables, fruit, fish, meat, everything. We've had everything. It was a variety of everything on a weekly basis. My mama would cook everything and provide all the wonderful things. She was an amazing cook. My mama was an amazing cook, you know, 5-star restaurant. My mama was 6-star, because you can never replace, you can never replace the love of your mama. It's going into the food. There's just no way. What was it? A video I was just watching about they're doing some experiments on orphans, which why would they do experiments? But they do these things. It's absolutely diabolical. And these were from infants too. I don't remember what age. And half of them, they fed them highly nutritious foods, and they had absolutely no interaction, no love, no touchy feelings, none of that stuff. And then the other half, they gave them poor nutrition food. This is why we talk about it's all in the fields. They gave them poor nutrition food, but they gave them all the love, nurturing, and hugs every day. And guess what? Guess what the outcome would be? Who would be the healthier of the bunch? The highly nutritious food or the poor nutritious food with all the, high nutrition with no hugs and no love, or the poor nutrition with all the love and all the hugs? Who would be the winner? And we talk about this for over 9 years. It's all in the fields. And of course, it's the children that were loved, that were well nourished, even though they had poor nutrient food. Folks, come on. So when people talking about all these diets and stuff, diet, it's right in the word, diet. It's going to lead you to death. The diet will lead you to death. It's all about love and relationships, family, friends, nurturing, caring, hugs, kisses. How much more proof do people need? And I guess we need more, because we're always looking for the organic stuff and the most dense nutrient stuff. When, the blue zones, it's the same thing. Strong family ties, very strong religious belief, strong belief in God, strong family ties. Those are the two keys for longevity. And we're looking for material stuff. Matter doesn't matter. It has some significance, but in the reality of it, if we put all the trust and faith in our Creator, in our, family, friends, and partners, and so on and so forth, we are gonna have everything we need. Why are people sick? There's something going on. When we don't feel well, there's something going on with relationships that's tearing us apart. That's all it is. You know, you know, taking care of my mom and the last couple of years with her, and then it's been over a year now. She passed. It's been still hard. It's still very, very hard on me. It's very hard. I still haven't gotten over it 100%. It's like I miss her every day. Miss my dad every day. We think that they're going to be here forever growing up. But no, we're all gonna go into the other side. And it's been very, very hard on me, and we can all see the effects. And it is what it is. Johnny, fasting as a method of spiritual discipline and sacrificial asceticism. Vis as a lifestyle inherently natural for human consumption. Bless Luigi's mom. Thank you, Johnny. May she achieve enlightenment. Well, she's on the other side, and pray for them, every day. That's all we can do. And, they had some communications and stuff. It's been amazing, but awesome. Did I miss anything here? Yeah, I think I did. Lindsay, but it's easy for them to control, as most here is disconnected from themselves and think this is system that's set up real. More people that claim they're living man and women status back, the better. Yeah, yeah, the fiction world is enslaved us all. I agree 100%. And it's such a simple fix. If people would just get it and stick together, it would be over for these psychopaths immediately. It'd be just over. But that's not the case. You know, people are in the trap of materialism and in the fear state, and you know, as individuals, we can't fight it alone. It's just not going to happen. The odds are uh, against us because they have all the guns. But yeah, but yeah, and yes, love is all there is, and we are hardwired to connect with others. Absolutely, absolutely. You know, just look at the people who um, um, devote their lives to the divine, for example, nuns, priests, pastors, uh, monks, I say monks, and so on and so forth, or whatever belief system they have, and they dedicate their life. You know, they're in the mountains meditating, for example, or giving their life feeding the poor, or whatever. And you know, these people, um, they 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 leave all their families and friends, and they devote their lives, and they live beautiful, happy, wonderful lives because that's what they were called here to do, and they're being fulfilled spiritually through those relationships. And you know, because they're giving and giving their love, it reciprocates back. You know, the more love we give, the more comes back. And it's hard for us to do sometimes. It's very difficult in this world, um, depending on cultures and so on and so forth, and how we grew up. Uh, and with some cultures, they don't have any lovey-dovey, touchy and stuff. You know, and other cultures have a lot of that. And so it's if there's a shift from how you were brought up and there's a misunderstanding, we are not going to be doing well. So we need to find a solution to take care of the emotional side so that we can find the road and maintain the journey towards balance. Otherwise, we can eat the cleanest diet on the planet, just like the example with the orphans. No lovey-dovey. They weren't well. What a horrific thing to do, just to learn something that we inherently all know. We need the love, we need touching. And if we're not getting it, we're not going to do well. So, yeah, I miss my mom, that's for sure. We have all those beautiful memories growing up. Awesome. Any questions, suggestions, inspirations you want to share? It's Johnny, favorite food as a young child for you, Luigi. Oh man, favorite food. Everything. My mama cooked. Favorites, it's hard to put favorite. My mother made this amazing, amazing vegan lasagna, spinach lasagna. She made everything good, man. Man, so much stuff like everything she made. She used to make the homemade focaccia growing up, homemade pasta, you know, grains, but yeah, the smell in the house, these type of crispeggi they call them in Italy. They did make them at Christmas. It's a dessert type of thing. It's made with flour, and originally they made them fried, and then when we started, learning about taking care of ourselves, she would make them baked, and you put either honey or vino cotto. Vino cotto is the cooked wine, meaning it's the cooked down grape juice. It's like a syrup. But it's called cooked wine in Italian. And she'd make a batch with the cooked wine and batch with the honey. And these things were, yeah, there's so many things, man. All the dishes my mother made, just amazing. And then at 1990, 27, I told my mother, that's it, no more meat. She couldn't believe it. Let it all go. But then, after that time, she started being creative and making dishes without meats and stuff. Like I said, these Finnish pasta was, lasagna was a great one. Uh, Eggplant parmesan without the cheese, in the oven. Um, and then I went raw. I didn't eat any of that stuff. Just stayed raw for a decade, pretty close. I went to Italy last year, so tempting all foods. Tomato are delicious. Yeah, the tomatoes in Italy are everything, all the food in Italy. Haha, I have to make a cool book. Yeah, it's it's the love that went into the food. You go to restaurants, like I said, five-star restaurants, and it doesn't do what my mother did. I have a good friend who opened a vegan Italian restaurant downtown. He's the one who did our wedding, and he's amazing chef. Like, you got that home feeling. He puts the love into it. It's called Il Vegano downtown Toronto on Queen Street. If anybody, he can make anything raw, whatever you like. He's done it all. He's into the raw food scene. I introduced him into the raw food scene many, many years ago. He was living with me for a while. He was a sick boy when he came to see me. He took care of himself and changed his life. It's awesome. Diane, MFS has been my lovey-dovey family for over 7 years. Wow, awesome. You're one of the sanest voices I listen to. Staying sane in an insane world is quite the journey. Yeah, it's There's not many people you can talk to about this stuff. It's like it's resistance for everybody to be in this and being in this realm. And that's why I'm still here. We can talk about this. No problem. People are interested in this. I'm here to talk about it. It's out there, families, they're not interested in this stuff. You're too much, you're too, rigid, you're too restrictive, you're too blah blah, too. And then they just came back from their, open heart surgery or whatever, just to give an example. Okay, all right. We need both, right? We need love, which is the most important ingredient. The divine love, plaf. That's where we talk about plaf, plasma love always flow. That's the most important ingredient. Without that, we're not here. We're not here. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be in this world. We wouldn't be created. Plasma love continues to flow and continues to create. That's why um, creation has this beauty all around. It's continuously spewing out its perfection of love for us to just absorb and solve all our challenges. The PLAF will solve all our challenges. That's what we talk about. It's all in the fields. We don't care about the matter. Yes, we use matter in Master Fast Run. We use the matter state. We use the material things to go into the field state. It's the easiest way I found. There's people who can do it through the field, like meditation, like a monk who's meditating 24/7. But, we're not all in those categories. So using the physicality is the easiest way, and many people have agreed with me. Extreme from Lindsay, yeah. Lindsay, I got asked when I am going to eat more protein. Absolutely. Got to have that protein, Lindsay. So many grams of protein a day, or you're going to be deficient. Feeling plaf and knowing that less is more is key. It's 9 years of, just on the net, and a couple of extra years, a few extra decades coming to this point. And still there's the question marks coming through. We still have those doubts because of our intense decades of programming, it's ingrained in us. Lindsay, or they wish they were as slim as me. When I tell them I live a predominantly fasting lifestyle, their ears shut off. Oh yeah, it's like they impossibility, and they just don't want to hear it, right? Or trying to help somebody who's been, you know, those things there, complete denial. They don't want to talk about it. They may be dropping like a fly any day because of it. They're in denial, complete denial. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to hear it. I'm adamant with some people, friends of mine and relatives. Guys, do something about it. You may not have time. Do something now. Start. It goes in one ear, out the other. Denial. Any from Johnny? Any long fast or the light plan this year, Luigi? Or do you just feel like it? And as you go, yeah, dry fast, sun fast, too fast is too fasting as well. Yeah, I get into a routine, I fall off the routines, I get into the routines, I fall off the routines. Just like everybody else. Some years there's lots of fasting, and some years very little fasting. But we need to keep our focus always at the minimal, the monthly cycle, season change cycles are just going to be no fasting. I personally myself love the long fast, but I cannot recommend long fast for people anymore. Not after what we've seen with some people. But it's you have to have the confidence, the faith, the knowing of what a fasting lifestyle is. And we've shared all the knowledge 1,000 times over. Once you have that, nothing will break you. Meaning no information out there is going to break you. That you're deficient, you need this, you need that, you're missing, you blah, 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 and all that crap. You know, you're gonna be able to stand strong because you're living and loving it. And it doesn't matter what people say, because they're not. and you are. So the trust and the faith gets built over time, more and more and more and more, you know. But if our relationships are not strong and we're having challenges in our emotions and stuff, you know, we can fast all we want. It's still gonna be detrimental, right? So we're still gonna have detrimental effects because you need the balance of everything in our life, all the parts. So yeah, we embrace everything that comes our way. But you know, Johnny, the one thing, you know, I've maintained pretty much steady was the season changes for all these years. That that was my go-to. Eating, you know, like I've shared before, eating 100% raw for almost a decade. Every season change, my body said, it's time. I need a break from food. It becomes automatic. So, and then the body goes into a beautiful reset because your digestive rest. Even eating 100% raw. So, sun, sun gazing, I do it occasionally, you know, just um, the damage I did while I was sun gazing to my eyes for that it took over a year to do the 10 start in 10 seconds at 10 seconds a day, sunrise or sunset, until you reach what was it, 45 minutes, and then you subtract a minute a day until you get back down to 15 minutes. So I did all that in the Greater Toronto area. It took me over a year. If it's sunny every day, it would take you 9 months, I think it is, as long as a pregnancy. Imagine that. Nothing, you know, 45 minutes, divide 9 months, it's all nines. Then you go back down to 15 minutes, reducing 1 minute a day. So it takes, because we don't have sunny days every day, you know, it took that long. If you have some clouds and you can focus where the sun is, even through the clouds, as the clouds coming through, you can still do it. But when it's a complete cloudy day and you don't see any sun, you just can't do it. So going through all that, I can't remember at what time it was. It was past the 30-minute mark that I was, you know, doing my sun gazing, and I felt my eyes kind of burn and they went a little bit blurry. I go, uh-oh. And I emailed the guy back and forth. He goes, yeah, that could happen. So, but what I believe happened with all my heart, I was on a high fat diet while I was doing this, and the high fat diet is so obstructive. That's what caused the damage with the sun gazing. If anybody's doing high fat, don't do any sun gazing. That's what I would recommend. I don't do any sun gazing if you're doing any high fat diets or any high protein diets or high obstructive diets, period. Don't do any sun gazing. Sun gazing is for a master fasting type lifestyle. fasting lifestyle, minimal eating lifestyle, low obstruction on the obstruction scale, low. Then you can do your sun gazing. You can do it with your eyes closed. You don't have to do it with your eyes open, and do it in the safe hours of the day, meaning below when it's two UVs, not higher than 2 UV, and that is in the window of 1 hour after sunrise and 1 hour before sunset. Those are the safe windows all year round. In the winter, it's safe. It doesn't go above 2 UV, but you're not going to get many sunny days, right? So sun gazing, it was such a wonderful experience. Like it really, it's a meditative time, meditative state. Just think about it. You're adding 10 seconds a day and you reach 45 minutes. So you're sitting there at 45 minutes the last day. And then, day after 44 minutes and then 43 minutes. It's it's a wonderful, wonderful, peaceful thing to accomplish. Like I said, you may do it with your eyes closed. There was the breatharian, what was his name? With my mind, when he passed away, kidney damage, kidneys failed. Um, and he said he had it all figured out. That's the funny part, sad thing. Um, may he rest in peace. What was his name? Hmm. Yeah, anyway, he used to do the sun gazing, right? With his eyes closed. That's where he got his energy. He was on breatharian path for many years. But he said every once in a while he would have an espresso, coffee, strong Italian coffee, or some popcorn, or some crackers. That's what he said he would do occasionally. Now, what does occasionally mean? I didn't get into details with him, but the last time I communicated with him, he was in the hospital with kidney failure, and he was asking me for help. And I said, well, I've never helped anybody who's breatharian before, but this is what we do. And then he passed away. He never got back to me after that last communication. But maybe there's all kinds of claims out there, right? Um, anyway, lots of claims of breatharianism out there. Diane, in the early NFS years, I did several 40 days and 180 day followed by level 4. Yeah, but you're on another level for several years. You've been through so much and so much information and so much different things, experimenting on yourself at the end, right? You have the understanding that it's all about me. I take full responsibility, so that's why you're able to do it. Off the wagon when husband died 2 years ago. Yeah, it's tough, tough. But I know I feel you. I went through the same thing. Then had car accident 1 year ago. Oh yeah, we had the car accident as well. Finally feeling well enough to MFS in some level. I've been doing hybrid MFS off and on. We'll get back on track. Yeah, this is like I said to people, never say never, because life happens. And as life's happening, we don't know how we're going to react when in these situations that life happens. Somebody dies very close or whatever. We don't know how we're going to react. We really have no clue. I had no idea. I was, having anxiety. My mother died. It was tough. It was so tough. There's, a lot of resentment and a lot of uh, like you believe you're at fault for certain things and all kinds of stuff that goes through. It's the mind plays games. Mind plays a lot of games with us, and we embrace it all. get up, brush ourselves off, back on our journey, right? Back on our journey. Continue. We've seen so many miracles because fasting is the only thing you can do that actually um, allows the emotions to come to the surface, all the imbalanced stuff, and be purged and bring balance. The answers come to us through the fasting because it's we're putting all our trust and faith for our soul to do all the work through the from the divine creator. It's all autopilot, and all that information, all that balancing, wonderful path is coming. We're being flooded with it in a fasting state, and this is why we see these miracles happening over and over and over again. It's just flooding us, flooding us, flooding us, and it's miraculous when you are going through the experience and watching people go through the experience. It's beautiful. But in this world that we live, as we what we've seen in the last few years with the lockdowns, people moving in fastest direction I've ever seen towards imbalance, like never before. It's happening. We have to have some sanity. Sanity comes in the fasting lifestyle. Fall off, and if we're done, we give up. It's time to go. It's time to go. You know, Johnny, pre-head Johnny. The breatharian. I feel like abstinence and fasting go together in some ways. Yes, I feel that fasting is 80 mental, the mind being fasted from worldly stuff. So it is more than worldly me. I would rather eat my weight. My mom now, despite the heaviness, knowing I will live fasted forevermore in the future, as well as get to make her happy now. Yeah, yeah. I think you're trying to say you'd rather eat with your mother despite the heaviness. Yeah, I did the same thing. I enjoyed it so much. It was, last few years, they were awesome. I was able to spend just 80% mental. I think it's 100% spiritual. Yeah, pre-had Johnny died, right? Was it not too long ago? 2, 3 years ago? He passed away. So breatharianism is not, he didn't eat or drink. That's what the claim is, right? Breatharianism is not the path to physical immortality, as some people are putting out there. You know, it's just there's a two we mentioned. I don't remember the other one's name. Damn. Anybody remembers? Yeah. So yeah, lots of claims. Living without food, possible. Living without food and water, possible. I've experienced it. Possible. Yes, you can tap into the limitless forms of energy that are out there all around us. You can. We all have that capability. Is that going to bring you peace? Maybe, maybe not. Don't. I suggest that we do not force ourselves to go down the path of breatharianism. Breatharianism will find you when you're ready. I felt like I was on almost there, just and then life happens, right? Life happens, and I enjoyed my life happened moment with my mama. So, um, yeah, Johnny, enjoy your meals with your mama, um, because they're not going to be around forever, right? They're not going to be around forever. The fields of your mama's love, reciprocating back and forth, is better than anything else we can do. If it's time to go, it's time to go. We have to accept that too, right? Diane, tap into the fields is the best feeling. Oh yeah. It's just like, wow, my goodness, it's it's a feeling like this can't be real. I can't be feeling this good. This can't be real. This must be a dream. That's the state that is attainable. It doesn't feel real because we're in this physicality realm, and it's complete opposite of what's we've been taught in every direction, up, down, in, out, left, right, in every direction. We're it's complete opposite of what we've been taught, and yet it's possible. But so I see so many people. I want to be breatharian. Just put it out there. If breatharian is supposed to be part of my life, it will find me when I'm ready. Yes, we can work and work and work, and if it's to be, it will find you. It will find you. But if you push yourselves into that, you're going to get in trouble, is what I'm trying to say. There's people who have dropped dead believing they were breatharian, and they weren't ready when they dropped dead. So, you know, people who push themselves in dry fasting too much, they hurt themselves. No need to push yourself. Follow the protocol, the cycles, and slowly but surely you'll be able to expand, expand, and expand. If you're eating heavy, you will not be able to expand the dry fasting. There's just no way. You know, we just did the season change dry. You know, what did I do? 7 days or so, 7, 8 days. I don't even keep track. It's like I used to before. But um, you know, eating a little bit of, you know, more extra cooked foods than usual. Can't dry fast as like I used to. It's just you need to have a clear GI tract. That's the key. When your GI tract is clear, you'll be able to dry fast and tap into the fields so much more easily. So easy. You're fully obstructed. Good luck. Good luck. Embrace, enjoy each moment. Um, cherish all the wonderful relationships that you have. Cherish, cherish, cherish. Johnny, the fields of fasted freedom. LOL. It is. It's true freedom. It's for those few years I was heavily, heavily fasting, like a few years, you know, doing 2, 3 days a week dry, doing extremely long drives on the season changes. I was just like in another world. People who say it's not possible, okay, well, it's not possible. If you've not done it, you'll never know it's not possible. But when you've experienced it, you can easily tap into that state and remember and know the possibilities. Diane, GI tract, aka plasma vacuum tube. Yep, plasma vacuum tube is what will allow us to tap into the other fields easily, having it clear, very clear. And you can tap in because then instead of the uh, plasmatic interaction happening with the food we've consumed, right? There's a plasmatic interaction happening with everything that we consume, because everything is about the fields. So it's when it's empty and you cleared out the walls, there's nothing there. So the plasma, the GI tract, has to react with all the other energies because there's nothing within the plasma vacuum tube. So common sense tells me it has to react with all the other energies all around us. The earth, the plants, animals, people, the planets, because all those things are continuously emitting plaf all the time. Just tap in, right? Just tap in. So, you know, if there's anything we learned from Master Fast is it's all about the fields. There's 2 cents worth. It's all about the fields. Like, what more can we say? Excuse me. Time for bed. It's all about the fields. Yeah, like attracts like. Exactly, same to same. So below, so above, so below, so above, so below, so above, below, so above. Yeah. Anyway, any last questions? And we'll call it a night. It's 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10 o'clock almost. And I'm gonna wrap it up. We're gonna go to bed early tonight and get ready for a new day tomorrow. Hope everybody is Johnny, do you do sauna exercise? Night, Luigi, thanks. Yeah, I have an infrared sauna. I have a steam sauna. I use them occasionally. I don't use them as often as I probably should be because they're right in the house. And that's what happens. I do use them. Exercise, yeah, I do exercise. Um, I try to exercise several times a week, not 7 days a week, several times a week, anywhere from 3 to 6 times a week. So nothing heavy, all body weight stuff, stretching, you know, exercise, stretching, like yoga pose, that kind of stuff. I'm not into the yoga uh, system and just the exercise, the stuff. But yeah, get into the breath, the Buteyko breathing, learn to nasal breathe, learn about the Buteyko, and you won't be disappointed. With that said, let's send out Plaf to all those in dire need right now. And of course, to the evil, demonic, war pig psychopaths, let's send them Plaf. They need it more than anybody else, is what they're doing. And all the people involved in following their orders. Let's shine some light in their heart so they may see and put down their guns. With that said, see you back on the page. I don't think I'm gonna make Wednesday. I'll put a note up for Wednesday Facebook Live. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it because it's Eid that day. And I'm gonna have a busy day. And we'll see. You never know. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Keep the plasma love always flowing. Forgive. Go hug somebody. Tell them you're sorry. And life is beautiful. There's beauty all around us. Ciao for now.